When you hear the name Josephine Baker, what comes to mind? For most people, it's the image of a dazzling performer. The iconic black Venus in a banana skirt, scandalizing and captivating Paris in the Roaring Twenties. She was the queen of the Folly Burger, a global superstar, and one of the most photographed women on the planet. But what if I told you that her most daring performances weren't on a stage? What if the sheet music she carried held more than just notes, and her glamorous world tours were a cover for a life of espionage and danger? This is the story of Josephine Baker you probably don't know. A story of a spy, a soldier, and a civil rights hero who risked everything for the country she loved. Born in the slums of St. Louis, Missouri in 1906, Frida Josephine McDonald knew hardship from a young age. She witnessed the brutal East St. Louis race riots and grew up in a deeply segregated America. Seeking escape and opportunity, she headed to New York, and then, at just 19, she sailed for Paris. France was a revelation. Here she found the freedom and adoration that her home country had denied her. She became a French citizen and embraced France as her own. So, when the darkness of World War II fell across Europe and Nazi Germany occupied her beloved Paris, she didn't flee. She stayed to fight. But how could a world-famous entertainer fight the Nazis? That's where her celebrity became her greatest weapon. Recruited by the French military intelligence, the Deuxième Bureau, Josephine became an honorable correspondent. Her fame was the perfect cover. Who would suspect the dazzling showgirl of being a spy? She attended lavish parties at embassies, charming high-ranking Axis officials, listening intently as they boasted and let slip crucial information about troop movements and German plans. She flirted, she smiled, she gathered secrets. Her real genius, however, was in smuggling that intelligence. How did she do it? She wrote secrets in invisible ink on her sheet music. Think about that for a second. The very songs she was famous for became classified documents. She would then pin sensitive photos and microfilm inside her underwear, relying on her celebrity status to breeze past unsuspecting border guards who were too starstruck to search her properly. Her international tours were no longer just for entertainment. They were covert missions across Europe and North Africa, delivering vital intelligence that helped the Allied war effort. She even earned a pilot's license and became a sub-lieutenant in the Women's Auxiliary Air Force. This wasn't a movie role. This was her life. After the war, France honored her heroism with the Croix de Guerre and the Legion of Honor, the country's highest military awards. But her fight for freedom wasn't over. When she returned to the United States to tour, she was confronted once again by the racism she had fled years before. Hotels and restaurants refused her service. But the woman who stared down the Nazis wasn't about to back down from segregation. She refused to perform for segregated audiences, a powerful stand that helped pioneer the desegregation of venues in Las Vegas and Miami. She became a powerful voice in the civil rights movement, working alongside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in 1963. She stood beside him at the March on Washington, the only official female speaker. wearing her French military uniform adorned with her medals. She spoke passionately about her life and her fight for equality, bridging her to battles for freedom, one against fascism abroad and one against racism at home. Josephine Baker's story is so much more than the banana skirt. It's a testament to courage, conviction, and using your platform for something bigger than yourself. She was a true chameleon, a dancer, a singer, a spy, a soldier, and a tireless activist. She weaponized her fame for the cause of liberty and justice. So the next time you see that iconic image of her on a Paris stage, remember the invisible ink on her music sheets and the medals hidden beneath her glamorous gowns. Remember the real Josephine Baker. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as incredible as I do, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss more hidden histories like this one. See you next time.